Alright, here we go. So now it is recording. Alright, so once you get to this point, hopefully everybody added 3 to both sides. So that your answer is x is less than or equal to 13 and x is greater than or equal to negative 7. How many of us got that part right? Hey, that's good. Great job. Adam, did you not do your homework? Oh my gosh. He is. Alright, so after we solve it, what do we do from here? Graph it. Fantastic. So, hopefully you fixed it or wrote it down if you didn't do it. Hopefully. Now let's go over here and graph. So our answers were x is less than or equal to 13 and x is greater than or equal to negative 7. Now, we know that it's an and because our problem started with a less than. So less than is and. Is 0 in between negative 7 and 13?
Yeah. Oh no.
Is 0 in between negative 7 and 13? But more than one person needs to answer. So we should know that 0 is in between those. That's frightening. Come on, taters. Wake up.
I was awake.
Because y'all should know that. It's like a life thing. No, baby. You should know that 0 is in the middle of negative 7 and 13 for life. Like, that's a bank account. Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Alright, open or close circles. Rebecca. Fantastic. Do we connect or go the opposite way? Manny.
You connect.
You connect because it's an and. Fantastic. And connect. Woo!
Okay, but you didn't say the right one.
Whoa. Whoa. Pump the brakes. Back it up like a U-Haul truck. It's a song. Something.
You know the song is so good. It's good.
Alright, so now let's go over the other 2 homework problems. Did anybody get the graph right on that? Yay? Kind of? Maybe? Alright, Marcus did. Good job, Marcus. Okay. Am I not entertaining? Sorry that we're not doing a song and dance up here.
You like solve your math problems last night.
We're not doing that. I do not sing well.
That would be the best way for us to remember it. You're not
We had these 2. You only had to write B on the sticky. Alright, so the first step. Step 1 is isolate the absolute value. What does the word isolate mean? Get by itself. Fantastic. So how would we get this absolute value by itself?
Divide.
No.
No, subtract.
Subtract 3. So hopefully everybody subtracted 3. And if you did not subtract 3 first, do that now. Alright, after we have subtracted 3, so we've isolated our absolute value, then we break it down to the positive and the negative. So we have x minus 6 is less than 9, and x minus 6 is greater than negative 9. What do we do from there? What, Mary? What do we do from there? It's a minus 6. What's the opposite of subtract? There we go. Add 6 to both sides. I heard you saying it over and over. 9 plus 6 gives you 15. Do we do the same thing over here? It's still the same problem, right? So you still add 6. And you get x is greater than negative 3. And now what do we do? Graph it. Is 0 in between negative 3 and 15?
Yes.
Okay, that's a much better answer. All right, open or close circles, Ethan. Open, fantastic. Are we going to connect or go opposite ways? Adam. It's less than, so that makes it an and. And connects, fantastic. Did anybody get A right last night? If you didn't do your homework, should you be copying it down? Yes, let's copy it down. Super fast. Okay.
Where did you grow up at?
Chelsea?
Did you see the game the other day? Or soccer game?
Which one? Yeah. Alright, are we ready for this next one? No? Almost? Maybe? Some of us are, some of us are not. Let's practice patience. All of us, myself included. Myself included, though. I promise.
Calm me down.
Wait, what's your favorite team?
West Ham. Soccer. Alright, so... No. Alright, so on this one, what is the first thing we do to isolate the absolute value? Multiply by... Woo! Look at us go. Well, look at you go. Now that we've isolated the absolute value, what do? Positive and negative. Break it down. So that's 2x minus 4 is less than 12. And 2x, x minus 4 is greater than negative 12. You want to cut those out for me? And put them in alphabetical order by period? Thanks. There's scissors over there. Alright, so then you would add 4 to both sides. And you divide by 2, and x is less than 8. Did anybody get that part right last night? No, Henry? What did you do? What happened? Oh, okay. We'll fix it real quick. If you want to fix it in marker so you could see what to do different next time, I would suggest doing that. All of you, if you want to correct your mistakes in marker, that way you can see what you did and what you should do differently next time. That would be a great thing to practice. And I'll leave it right here while you graph for just a moment. I mean, while you finish correcting it, and then we'll graph together. So, to graph, is 0 in between negative 4 and 8? Yes, it is. So, 0, negative 4, 8. And are we going to have open or closed circles? Open, because there's no line under it. And are they going to connect or go opposite ways? Connect. It's less than. They connect. Less than. Connect. For the love, write that down in your notebook.
So if it's greater than that, then it goes.
Yes.
How did she do this?
I don't know. I just do it. I don't know how to tell you to do it. Alright, are we ready? Let's do this. Okay, so less than is an and. That's both of the less than are over here on this side and they connect. So let's write that graph connects. So is or going to connect or go opposite ways?
That way,
Opposite ways.
one person can answer.
Hmm?
One person can answer.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so let's talk about this first one. The graphs are going to go opposite ways. And it's an absolute value, so you are still going to have two inequalities. Two inequalities. Two of them. Dos. And let's extend our absolute value bars so they are more definitive and we can see that it's an absolute value and not a 1. Now, we are still going to have two. We're going to have a positive and negative. So every time, rewrite as x plus a is greater than b, or x plus a is less than negative b. You still flip the sign, you still have two inequalities. It's turning off and on, and I don't know why. So how would we rewrite this one? I'm listening to you, Mackenzie.
Oh.
Fantastic. Now, the or does not mean that you choose one. You still have to write both. Or does not mean you choose. Are we ready for our first problem?
Sure.
Put on a jacket. I don't know what you want to do. You mean to stock some blankets? Alright, open this flap. We're going to do this first one together. Now, what is step 1 every single time? It says at the top. What is step 1? The very top. Very good. Isolate. And isolate means get by itself. So how would we get this absolute value by itself? Now you would divide. I know, that's why I'm making them bigger. Alright, so first divide both sides by 2. After we divide, rewrite it as a positive and a negative. Have two inequalities, positive and negative. So, 3x plus 12 is greater than 3, and 3x plus 12 is less than negative 3. My face. Alright, how do we solve this one? What do we do?
Add.
What's the opposite of plus?
Subtract.
Subtract. Oh, not negative 15. 3 minus 12 is negative 9. I got excited. Negative 9. All right, are we done with that problem, or do we need to do another step? What's the next step? Divide by what? 3. All right, so divide both sides by 3. Do we flip our sign? No. Why? Fantastic. Negative 9. All right, now go ahead and work out the bottom one without me. You do the same thing. Did y'all get negative 3 and negative 5? Yay! Okay. I'm holding Mary. She's very forceful with that. Hold on. She does. I'm glad she does.
Burning something in here? Because it smells like something was burning. It smells like you burnt a cookie. I know, I haven't ran it out first. It just smells like a burnt cookie in here.
She does it. She's like, "Is your last name Hernandez or Cascade?"
Hernandez.
So she just, she's so confused.
I go by Blair, though.
Yo, Miss Bananas.
I saw her yesterday. I was so mad at her.
All right, so I'm going to graph this one on the back. I'm going to call it 24D, and we're going to call that problem C. So our inequalities were x is greater than negative 3 or x is less than negative 5. So since this is an or, are these going to connect or go opposite ways? Opposite ways. Or opposite. Or opposite. Alright, is 0 in between negative 3 and negative 5? No, it is not. They are both negative. Open or closed circles? CJ?
I say open.
Open. Why do you say open?
Because there's no equal sign.
Fantastic. Are these going to connect or go opposite ways?
Opposite ways.
Opposite ways. That's what we just said, like 4 times, right? Thank you, zombie. We got one more problem and then we're starting. I know. She's tired of listening to me.
No, not because I'm asking for help. So how tired of this?
You're going to work some out on your own. You're going to try
I just
them.
need like,
No, you got to use your notes. You were using your notes without me.
so I can't ask for help just for one.
This is what she created this whole little activity we've been doing yesterday. Class and everything spread out.
All right, new problem. Next one. Last one, and then we're zombieing. Let's do this. Wrap it up. Let's go. They go opposite ways, Mary. All right, now, is this absolute value by itself?
Oh, or yes.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Well, look at it. Is there anything outside of it? No, so it's by itself. Therefore, break it down into the positive and the negative. So when it's by itself, I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead and write x divided by 3 plus 1 is greater than or equal to 9. And same thing, but less than or equal to negative 9. All right, now, what do we need to do first to get the variable by itself? Subtract 1. And then multiply by 3. So x is greater than or equal to 24. And then do the same thing on bottom. Subtract 1, multiply by 3. So you do the same thing twice. I know. I should have moved it up more. But we are persevering. Am I not entertaining you? Alright, so I want you to graph while I pass out your assignment. Graph this under the one we just did while I pass out your assignment.